So, if you hear my brother in the background, he's actually playtesting some stuff. Um, I'm probably gonna get into a bit of talking about something in a little bit. But happy Saturday. Um, my jaw has actually been in a lot of pain, and it turns out that there's a possibility that there's actually the possibility that I may have a wisdom tooth growing in, and I kind of hope that's not the case, because it's not so much a boy doesn't have insurance, it's that I'd really rather not have to deal with a wisdom tooth on top of everything else. So yeah, there's that. But otherwise, for anyone that pops in, how's your Saturday going? Nightwing, I feel like that's your goal. Like, your goal in every stream is to be first. Well, in every stream of mine that you've been a part of, your goal is to be first. Which is fine, I mean, I don't mind. It's just something that I've noticed. But yes, Nightwing, welcome to another stream. How are you doing? And yes, we're beating people with the shovel again. Because haha! Got him. Got him. Number 2? Also, hello Pika Blizzard. It's good to see you as always. I'm really surprised that you can make it. What? Oh. Ooh. I've actually never seen this weapon before, so. I'm Nigel Uno. You know, I actually miss that show a lot. Codename Kids Next Door. Where's this boss? I'm glad they haven't made Galactic Kids Next Door yet. Why do you say that? I'm actually kind of sad that they didn't do Galactic Kids Next Door yet, to be honest. Like, I'm sad about it. Oh, the concierge? Alright. That's fine. Cool. But yeah, Pika Blizzard, why are you glad that they didn't do Galactic K&D yet? We're gonna leave the ossuary. Oh, you're mad! Okay, I read that wrong. I thought you said you were glad. Okay. I kind of am too, but like, at the same time, you have to kind of look at it this way. Look at all of the, like, I guess, the remakes and the sequels and the remakes, the sequels, and the reboots that they've tried to do with, like, older shows. You look at that and how they tried to, like, kind of, I guess, modernize them. And, you know, I'm actually kind of glad. I'm actually kind of glad that they haven't done a Galactic Kids Next Door yet. I don't know. I feel like they would have found some way to mess it up. Like, some kind of how they would have found some way to, like, take everything we wanted about the Galactic Kids Next Door, or like the Kids Next Door sequel. They would have found some way to just, like, jack it up. Okay, let me do one thing first. I actually hope this doesn't show up on stream, but if it does, I mean, oh well, it happens. Alright, I felt like I needed to turn it down some, so that's what I did. Powerpuff and those gay ass shows, they need Galactic Kids Next Door and Ed, Edd n Eddy. Well, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say Ed, Edd n Eddy. Like, I do kind of agree that Kids Next Door needed to be made because, like, I mean, not Kids Next Door. I do agree that Samurai Jack kind of needed to be made because it was that type of show where when they first left off for Samurai Jack, it had no real ending. So I think if there was any show that needed to be continued, it was Samurai Jack. Just because of the fact that it really needed an ending, but like... Okay, what about Young Justice? I thought it was confirmed that Young Justice was getting a new season on I don't remember what it was, but I thought it was confirmed somewhere that they were getting something new in regards to I know we have season 3. Yeah, that's what I thought too, like... I thought it'd be something like that, but I wasn't entirely sure. Where's that health that was down there? I'm talking about bought back kids, they bought it back, they could give me my kids next door. That's very true. I mean, it has been long enough, but I think that also depends on the command. Excuse me, not the command. It also depends on the demand for kids next door. Because if there's not really a demand for it, like there used to be, if there's not a demand for it, then 9 times out of 10, people aren't gonna wanna. What the fu- Oh my god! You know, believe it or not, I actually did used to watch Young Justice. I knew it was a show, and I knew it was something that existed, but I never watched it. I don't know. I just missed my Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, to be perfectly honest with you. I still watch it, it's so good. Well, maybe at one point I will, to be honest. It's not like I'll have anything particularly better to do for a while, you know? Yes. But like I was saying, maybe I'll give it a shot, because honestly, can I kill an elite demon? Yes, I can. We're gonna take that. That's my last sip of potion. That's really bad. So I need to hurry up and make it to the exit of this place. Die already? Oh. So, my question to you then, Pika Blizzard, would be, if you had the chance, what would be your lineup for, like, I guess bringing back DC series for Cartoon Network? Because I know a lot of shows, like, actually got canceled. I guess it was what, like midway through their life cycle? So like, you know what, better question. I had a better one. If you had the chance or the opportunity if you had the chance or the opportunity to what was I gonna say? We'll put it all on the Advanced Forge. If you had the chance or the opportunity to actually, Static Shock, Batman Beyond, Teen Titans. Well, obviously you're talking about the original one, but, if you had the chance to make Cartoon Network a better channel than it is right now, give me 1 second, you guys. All right. Hey Gargon, you're actually just in time because one thing that I was saying specifically was if you had the chance to rebuild, if you had the chance to rebuild Cartoon Network to kind of like bring it back to its former glory, what shows would you bring back or continue to do it? And we've made it to the Guardian's Haven, so that means we're going to be facing down the Giant pretty soon. I just gotta check a few things. The only reason that the topic ever like came up was because like I was thinking about it a lot and like how much. Oh, well, I feel like Steven Universe, Adventure Time, and regular show would stay. Excuse me. Adventure Time and regular show shouldn't necessarily stay. And I only say that because technically both Adventure Time and regular show are already over. Like, they've already had their finales. So I could see. Plus, honestly, it seems like Finn and Jake during regular show had done everything that they could up until the finale. Regular show, Adventure Time, Static Shock, Craig and the Creek, Justice League, Kids Next Door, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Steven, let me go here. My friend sent me a message about Kamen Rider stuff. And just to let you guys know, yes, I am into Kamen Rider stuff. Dragon Ball Super, the new season of regular show, the time skip, and Adventure Time. I don't feel like, how do I put this? I think shows like Adventure Time and regular show probably should stay over. Like, I feel like shows that have kind of had a conclusive end, like regular show and Adventure Time, should kind of stay the way they are. I don't think Courage ever had a real ending, so I can see why some people would want that to come back. I've actually never heard of Craig and the Creek. I would love to see Static Shock come back, to be honest. Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, I'd love to see that. Especially since in the animated movie Justice League Doom, which is actually one of my favorite movies, Batman ends up leaving the Justice League. So I would love to see like the Justice League post Batman leaving, and like how he plays a role in like Justice League Unlimited. Bring back Samurai Jack, Kids Next Door.
Samurai Jack already ended.
Courage, and Foster's. Well, I agree with Justice League, and I love the Batman series. I don't know if that's a Cartoon Network show. I mean, technically, Batman was kind of everywhere. Like, Batman was on Kids WB, it was on Cartoon Network, stuff like that. So, I mean, it was very, like, everywhere and nowhere. Steven Universe is doing a time skip, and plus Gravity Falls is doing a time skip. I don't really know why Steven Universe and Gravity Falls are getting a time skip, because really the whole situation with the diamonds, in my opinion, that should have been it. Like, I don't feel like the situation with the diamonds really should have been like a thing that didn't conclude the series. Samurai Jack Gone had kind of ended. The same with Foster's. Like I was saying before, like anything with that's had kind of like a specific ending really shouldn't come back, like unless they have new ideas of how they're gonna like keep the show going. Like it doesn't just end up a hot mess. And also, before Gladys starts blasting in all caps, hello Gladys, I saw you, you know. I just want to acknowledge that you were here.
Say hi to him for me.
Do something, because I may start talking about some heavy stuff, and I don't want you to be subjected to that. That's why I give you your headphones sometimes. Hold on 1 second, because I actually gotta do a thing. But honestly, I'm just not for old shows coming back too often. It stifles creativity and originality. I'm for creators being more innovative and coming up with new stuff. I mean, I do want Futurama to come back. To be honest with you, Gone, I mean, I definitely understand it. Like, being more creative and innovative, I mean, that's good. But sometimes, I guess being innovative in some cases really doesn't get you anywhere. I'm not saying that it's bad, but like, more people will look towards the shows for nostalgia rather than want something particularly new and fresh, you know. I popped off my head by accident. I am so sorry. Give me 1 second. There we go. Alright, so you guys have that conversation, and I am going to fight this boss. So, excuse me if I get quiet. We'll go through the dialogue. Thank you, Gone. Oh! My parrying has to get better, yo. Oh my god. Come on. What the fuck? Alright, so we're in the next phase now. Facing the wrong way. Oh my god. Yo, this guy is tough. I have no more potions. Oh my god. You only have a small window to actually hit him. Okay, this is... Oh! Oh my god. Jesus Christ. That hurt. Oh, oh my god. I have to go all the way back. And that's gonna suck. Oh. You ever just feel like playing one of your games like this and you just feel like your entire life is a lie? Always next time around, I guess. Yo, listen, that fight was... You know, I'm not even mad. And the reason I'm not mad is because I got to the third phase of the fight, for the most part. I got him just below 50%, which means what I was doing was working. My biggest problem was like when he sends those giant fists across the screen. I have a really hard time like timing the parry for it. And with everything else that was going on, with him shooting fireballs at you, and then like the next phase of the fight, he's using like lasers and stuff like that. It all gets kind of hectic. You started to learn his move. Yeah, pretty much. I did a lot better than I did before, to be honest with you. I got further down than I did before, but the biggest problem with the giant killer is that he has a million attacks and it takes patience to find the window to attack. Well, it's not just that it takes patience, but also it's the fact that the only way that you could do damage to the giant, the only way you could do damage to him is by weakening the hands enough for you to hit the eyeball, because the eyeball is the only weak spot. And the problem with that is the eyeball only stays out for a few seconds. So I'm pretty sure you can imagine that, like, it takes a while. I mean, it's not as... Oh, there fucking goes that. It's not as... Oh, well, it'll take all day. Believe it or not, it's actually not the longest fight I've ever had. The longest fight goes to, like, that giant eyeball, because he moves around so much. You know, at least with the giant kill, with the, at least with the giant, you got him down to, like, the halfway point with no potion. Yeah, like, exactly. It's just a matter of learning how to time my parries, to be honest with you. Once I learn how to time my parries, I should be a lot better off in regards to, like, actually fighting him. I'm trying to think of, like, because right now I'm kind of, like, taking my time going through this. I'm not in any real rush. I'll take that. So I'm tired of, not tired of, but, like, I'm trying to think of whether, like, I should tell a story if I have one in my memory. I'm wondering if I should do that, or if I should, oh yes, money. Give me all your money. I sound like Mr. Krabs. Or if I should just be like, or if I should be talking about how I've been feeling as of late. Because, you know, I went out to see my friend, primarily Anthony, because I haven't seen him in, like, weeks. Especially since he had just come back from California. But yeah, he had just came back from California, and he was actually pretty hyped to see me. If you had a Keyblade, what Keyblade would it be? Ooh, I mean, with the addition of the Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 3, this is actually a really tough question. I've never actually thought about it. Initially, I always said that if I did have a Keyblade, I would definitely go with Oblivion. Just because edgy. But with the inclusion of, like, Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't think that I would do that anymore. I don't think that I would choose the Oblivion if I had the choice. The one from Rapunzel's world? Oh, you mean Ever After? Honestly, Gone, that's not a bad choice. Because if you know how to use Ever After is kind of broken. That actually takes me back to the time where, like, everyone in Alice's chat was spamming for her to use Ever After, and she kept messing up the combo for it. So everybody just started spazzing out. They were just like, Gladys, not Gladys. They were just like, Alice, what are you doing? You're supposed to be using Ever After to make clones and do more damage. And then she goes and like makes one double, and it doesn't do enough damage, and she calls it, and she calls it bad. Lord have mercy. Oh, I did it. Give me. Alright. I don't want any of these, to be honest. I'm definitely not taking this. I don't do cursed swords. Frontline shields. There we go. Mine would be either Xehanort's Keyblade or the ultimate weapon from Kingdom Hearts 3. Which Xehanort's Keyblade? Because the one that Ansem possessed Riku had was a Keyblade, and there was also young Xehanort's Keyblade, which I think is the coolest looking one. And then there's the Master of Masters Keyblade that I don't think has a name, but so it depends on which one you would really want to choose. That the Keyblade mods and being able to hold multiple Keyblades were amazing additions to Kingdom Hearts 3. It added a lot of the black one with the eye, or the unknown Keyblade. Oh, okay. I'd probably go with young Xehanort's Keyblade, just because to me it looks cooler. But yeah, Gon definitely, like, but yeah, definitely the ability to hold like 2-3 Keyblades at once, and then not only to be able to hold them, but to be able to switch them at will from one stage to the next. And you were able to upgrade all of them, so you were never really stuck to just one Keyblade. You know, not to mention, it kind of gave you the option to make like builds for Keyblades depending on your own personal playing style. Like, Kingdom Hearts 3 in that particular category, like, delivered all across the board, despite the fact that a lot of people felt that it was kind of like too easy, which I guess I understand, but like, here's my thing, and I noticed that, I know Gon mentioned it too, so I wish I could dual wield like Roxas or Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora. If Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora was able to dual wield, if Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora was able to dual wield anything like Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora, Xehanort would have had a problem. I don't think Xehanort would have wanted to deal with two different, I guess, dual wielding issues. Here we go. So people universally believe that Kingdom Hearts 3 was the easiest of the 3 games. Yeah, actually. But here's my thing with that, though. My thing is with that is like, I feel like while I understand like a game should have a decent amount of challenge to it, I feel like everyone that was complaining about like, oh yeah, I know that critical mode was harder. I'm talking about like the base game's hardest difficulty, since technically critical mode was since technically critical mode was DLC. I feel like everyone that was complaining about Kingdom Hearts 3 being too easy, everyone that was complaining about that, I feel like a majority of those people were all people that wanted the bragging rights of saying, oh, I beat Kingdom Hearts 3 on like the hardest difficulty, you know, during this speed run or whatever. Like, and I kind of hate that now, because that's not essentially what Kingdom Hearts 3 is about. Like, Kingdom Hearts 3 is not a game where you just like try and speed run through it on like the hardest difficulty for bragging rights. Like, you know, and I also feel like too many games have become like that. It's become all about who can finish a game on the highest difficulty the fastest. Rather than like just enjoying the game or like the experience of the game. And like I said before, it really sucks. And like, that's not to say that there shouldn't be challenge in a game, because believe it or not, a lot of people bought Let's Go Pikachu instead of Let's Go Eevee, because when I was still working at GameStop, a lot of people were telling me that Let's Go Eevee was way too easy. I don't do that, but I do speedrun at my own pace. Like, I could do level 1 critical. Yeah, I don't care too much about difficulty or speedruns. I mean, that's cool. They're cool, but what's important is the fun of the game and the story. Yeah, exactly. Like, no one really, like, pays attention too much about the story of a game. It's all about... It's literally all about how fast that you can complete a certain game on a certain difficulty under certain conditions. And I'm like, you know, that's a little bit of what turned me off from Kingdom Hearts 3 for a while, because I feel like I like gameplay, music, and graphics in the game too. You know, speaking of graphics, Gone, I think that's the one thing I think that's why, well, another big part of the reason why I like this particular game so much. Because to be honest with you, this is really a 2D action-adventure type of... Kingdom Hearts story is Kingdom Hearts story is amazing, and on the mobile, they just inserted Wreck-It Ralph. Really? A lot of people were waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 to do that, ironically enough. But I think that's a really big part of why I like games like this one and like Gunvolt and Hollow Knight and Undertale, because like those, and Deltarune, can't forget about Deltarune, because it's kind of like those types of games that show people that you don't need to have like the highest graphics, and you don't need to have like the most complex story. Sonic and Kingdom Hearts, Mario. Why would you want Mario or Sonic in Kingdom Hearts? I've never heard that before. That's interesting. Cuphead was really good for that too. Yeah, honestly, the music for Cagney Carnation, I can listen to that by itself all day. I absolutely adore the music for that specific boss fight. I mean, all the other music is good too, don't get me wrong, but that specific boss fight music, I love it so much. I actually saw a video on their official YouTube channel about them going through the process of how that song was how they went about doing the music for that specific song. Everybody there was like fantastically talented. And I'm just like, no wonder, like, this game, no wonder this game is so well beloved, despite the fact that, the rage. Now that I think about it, because I don't know if Gladys is here. I haven't heard her talk in a while, so I hope she's okay. But, has Gladys played Cuphead before? And if she hasn't, I think that a petition needs to be signed to get Gladys to play Cuphead on stream. Oh, okay. Well, if she doesn't have an Xbox, then never mind. She would love that game for multiple reasons. She'd also hate that game for multiple reasons. Oof, I played Cuphead, and did y'all beat it? I have actually never played Cuphead before, believe it or not. I've watched people play it, but I haven't played it for myself. Wait a minute. Is it the original Cuphead on the Switch already? Wait, but I don't know if Gladys has the hardware for that yet. Never mind. Yeah, she could play it, but not stream it right now. Yeah, exactly. Buy that shit. Your boy is kind of unemployed and broke. But eventually she should make a video on when she gets the hardware. The rage. Yes, exactly. You just kind of go there and you're like, oh, you thought Ooh. You thought Jack 2 was rage-inducing? You ain't seen nothing yet. I can't believe it's almost been an hour, yo. And I've just been talking about stuff. Should I stream Smash Brothers? You know, I actually found out something I didn't know in regards to Smash Brothers, and I think it's really interesting. So, while I was out with the homies, well, the homie yesterday, while I was out, a friend of mine actually had said that Smash Brothers was a horrible game. I don't necessarily know why he said that Smash Brothers was a horrible game. I don't know his beef with Smash Brothers per se, but he said that Smash Brothers was a horrible game and it did not deserve to be a part of the fighting game community, and it was just overall bad. Now, I have only played 2 Smash Brothers games. Only 2. The 2 that I've played are Smash Brothers for the 3DS, and I have also played Smash Ultimate with a couple of friends of mine. Wait, she raged at Jack 2 like Jack and Daxter? Oh yeah! Oof. Oh man, you should have been there to see it, Pika Blizzard. Oh my god. I actually have a bit of a confession to make in regards to that Jack 2 video. And Gladys is probably never gonna hear this. So Gon, do you remember, like, how Gladys had sent a screenshot of how Jack 2, her stream of Jack 2 was like the highest one? Like, it was her most watched video at the time. OMG, I remember playing the original Xbox back in the day. I remember playing the original PlayStation back in the day. That was actually how I got into Street Fighter Alpha 3 at first. Just a little fun fact there. So the reason a part of the reason might be because, like, I watched that video a lot because hearing her voice in regards to, like, how she talks about Jack 2's story as opposed to the original Jack and Daxter story is hilarious. I'm dead serious. She's like, you're telling me now he wants revenge? Like, it's so funny, but also, like, she makes a lot of valid points. Like, she admits to having a bias, but she doesn't just crap on the game for the sake of crapping on the game, because she did for a minute, but you know what? Those are her legitimate gripes and opinions on it, and like I said before, a lot of people seem to have this thing where, like, if they see it trendy to hate on a game because other people are hating on a game, that's why they'll hate on a game. And, like, instead of them having their own reasons for, like, liking a game or not liking a game, they'll just kind of jump on a bandwagon, and then when you ask them why, they can't really give you an answer. You know, Gladys may have a particular disdain for Jack too, but you know what? At least she's honest about A, being biased, and B, you know, none of her reasons are BS reasons. Like, all of her reasons are legitimate. Yeah, the difference in games is pretty big, and I can see why the connection between the two games is confusing. Yeah, exactly. So, I'll definitely give her that, but also because seeing her rage during that part at the beach was very funny. Like, so don't tell her that I watch it a lot, but I do watch it a lot. Speaking of which, oh boy, I'm gonna end the stream after. I may end the stream after this particular boss fight. She was struggling. Yes, she was struggling, and it was absolutely hilarious. I am too, honestly, because now she can, like, pretty much experience the rest of the game. And that's always good. Because, like, believe it or not... Sorry, you guys, my ear was itching. Believe it or not, you guys say that, like, I notice you guys say, like, outside of stream, that I'm really good at this game. While I do appreciate it, I want you guys to know that, like, she's only a quarter of the way through, though. Yeah, but at least she'll be able to see the game for more than just that one part. So, what I was gonna say was, oh no, I have the wrong sub-weapons. Alright, this could take a little longer than I thought. I kind of wish my friend lived closer to me. Yo, the amount of health I'm taking off this guy. Is actually immaculate. Cool. Hold still. Gotcha. I actually think that's an interesting collaboration. Sonic and OKKO. Yeah, let me... Games are making such good collabs these days. Oh no, Gone, you actually misunderstand. That's not a game. That's actually gonna be on the show. Oh wow! That actually didn't take as long as I thought. That actually was really short. I don't know what to do now, cause like normally I hate this boss fight, but that was actually really short. I wasn't expecting to like. They kind of did a Final Fantasy episode in episode 1. That's actually really cool. I don't know what to do now. Like, Cheeks got took quick. Yeah, like I'm actually kind of stunned. I didn't think that I was gonna make it that fast, but here we are. But that's even cooler. Sonic and OKKO. Honestly, I think right now OKKO is probably I guess the most creative out of all the Cartoon Network shows so far. At least I'd go as far as to say that, because it seems like all they show mostly on Cartoon Network is Teen Titans Go anyway, and like hey. Man, it sure is really Castlevania here. I was actually wondering where you missed, where you went, Gladys. You actually missed, the fastest boss fight. Like, the boss actually went down really easy. Oh, okay. That's why. Well, is everything okay? I'm sick of this. I need to find another... Wait. Oh my god, no, I refuse. Suck on that. What the fuck? Oh. Oh no, Gladys, it's fine. As long as you're like, alright, it's perfectly fine. Like, you know we're here for you, so... It's fine, really. You know, it's gonna look really impressive. Oh! Speaking of, that goes back to what I was originally saying. So, like I was saying before, like, I know it looks like I'm really good on this game, like, when I come on here and I decide to stream it, I know it looks like I'm really good, but I just want you guys to know that when I was first playing this game, the concierge... What the fuck? Vampirism. Well, that's new. We're gonna go with this one. But yeah, I just want you guys to know and understand that, like, I know it looks like I'm like an OG at this game, but believe me when I tell you that I used to be hot garbage. I used to get to the concierge boss fight and lose every single time. Yo, this barnacle is amazing. Yeah, I used to be a scrub at this game, yo. I'm not even entirely sure how I got better. I tell people this all the time when I go and, like, do streams and stuff. Don't ask me how I got better, because I don't know. I know one time, Gladys was really sad and she was like, "Oh, you lost the rematch to Hand of the King." And I was like, "It's fine, it's no big deal." And she was like, "It's because we weren't there." And I was like, "Why do you say that?" And she was like, "It's for moral support." And then God was like, "Yeah, the power of friendship. The power of friendship conquers all." And honestly, outside of, like, the giant, because I'm not gonna lie, the giant's probably the hardest boss fight I've faced so far. Like, the giant is no joke. That's why I'm really glad, like, I learned how to use the shield, because if I didn't, I would have been absolutely decimated. Like, some people... Okay, so for this game, some people stick with, like, using bows and melee weapons, and that's what I was gonna do. But I realized while looking up stuff to fight the conjunctivius, I realized that nearby enemies bleed and drop a healing item. Let's invest towards that. But yeah, every big victory that I've gotten, like, it's been on stream, and I'm so happy that, like, I remember back to when I first started actually playing this game, and I look back on, like, my older streams. So I look back on, like, when I fought Conjunctivius and lost, and when I fought Hand of the King and the Timekeeper and things like that. I look back on how I was versus where I am now, and I'm so happy I've gotten better at this game. Because initially I was going to sell it because I couldn't finish it. But I'm glad I kept it, and ultimately now, you know, I finished the final boss. But I'm actually going to end the stream here because it is almost 7. And I think I have to do the finishing touches for dinner. So, Nightwing, I know you were here for a little bit, but thank you for coming through. Pika Blizzard, thank you for coming through. Gone, Gladys, as always, even though Gladys had to step away for a little while. But it's all good as long as you're okay. I may not stream tomorrow. No. I may stream tomorrow because Monday, I'm thinking because really after Monday I won't really have the time. I know Tuesday I have a stream. I know Wednesday, I know Tuesday I have my interview. Wednesday I have therapy, and then Thursday, I have to go to a doctor's appointment. Also my mom is going grocery shopping. Thanks a lot, Pika Blizzard. I really appreciate it. But, I guess we'll yeah, it is a busy week. Honestly, I'm not really gonna say when I'm gonna stream because I've been really tired as of late. But when I stream, you'll know. So thank you guys so much for coming through and spending a bit of your Saturday afternoon or evening with me. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace.